tuning into EskimoTV, your home for icy and chilly movie reviews. I'm your host, Jason Escamilla. Today I'm reviewing Halloween, which is directed by David Gordon Green, and this is a direct sequel to John Carpenter's original 1978 classic. This movie ignores the junk load of other sequels, and it's okay. This is an average film. There's nothing phenomenal or groundbreaking, but it will probably amuse die-hard fans of the original, and if you like horror movies for the tension that they create, I think you will have a decent time with Halloween. There is a lack of a unique and creative story, but there's enough independent sequences that are tension-filled to be entertaining. I didn't leave the theater thinking it was boring and a complete waste of my time, but I was not blown away by anything that happened either. This film is about Michael Myers, who breaks out of a prison bus that mysteriously crashes when transporting inmates. Unfortunately for Laurie and those that she loves, it's October 31st, and Michael Myers is set to kill. Luckily, Laurie has been preparing for this moment for 40 years. She owns an arsenal of guns and wants to be the one to finally kill Michael Myers for the pain he caused to her that dreadful night in 1978. The reason why I think this movie is just an average slasher film is because there's nothing great that this film adds to the story, and there's no astounding, shocking revelation that occurs. With that being said, like I said earlier, this movie is not terrible. I wasn't flat out bored during any point. I think there's just a simple and somewhat effective story here that's told with a decent pace. This film is only 1 hour and 44 minutes, and it flies by fairly quickly. Jamie Lee Curtis is easily the highlight and saving grace of the film because from the beginning, there is a backstory and connection with her character that the film doesn't have to waste any time on developing or setting up. Because of the iconic 1978 film, we already understand the trauma that her character has endured, and so we have a reason to root for her. In addition, we see that her character has dramatically changed since then, which was a little bit interesting to watch. We can understand why she is this way. I really would have liked the movie to focus on Laurie more because of this, but unfortunately, the film spends a lot of time on other characters that you don't care about as much. We have to see Laurie's granddaughter go through heartbreak at a school dance, and then we have to see the granddaughter's mom, Laurie's daughter, talk about her struggles as a young child growing up with Laurie, which is nothing terrible, but just not as good as the Laurie stuff that was going on. There's a lot of new characters in this movie. There's a police officer, there's the doctor, there's all these other teenage characters, and every time the story cut away from Laurie and her character, I just kept wishing that things would go back to her. The finale of this movie is a decent, above-average horror film finale, solely due to the iconic characters that we are dealing with, and I think that this is worth watching if you have time to spare, or maybe can even catch it at a matinee. However, if you love these movies, not really interested in a full depth story and just want to see Michael Myers on screen again, go check this out. I'm sure you'll love it. I'm going to give the 2018 version of Halloween a B-. One complaint I'm going to talk about, and this is a spoiler if you, for whatever reason, haven't seen the original Halloween movie. And the complaint is that at the end of the 1978 Halloween movie, Michael Myers gets shot multiple times. And unless he's the Terminator, he should be dead. He's a human man, but what we see is he goes missing, and that's how John Carpenter's classic ends. This 2018 movie does not explain how that happens, so there's a middle piece that I'm missing. Either the film is pretending that that final scene never happened, or it's not explaining something, like was he wearing a bulletproof vest, or is he some sort of supernatural being? But that doesn't make any real sense to me. I feel like the real reason why Michael Myers won't die is because the studio wants to continue to profit off of this franchise. But it's a huge disappointment because there's no real substance to figure out who this mysterious and seemingly supernatural character is. We have little to work with to figure out why or who or what this killer is. All I know is that he killed his sister at the age of 6, and in 1978 he tried to kill a bunch of people. But beyond that, I don't know, why is he this way? And if the answer is he's a psycho, I mean, that's great, but there's nothing super spectacular about that. I really felt like Jamie Lee Curtis was Sarah Connor, who Sarah Connor legitimately had a reason to be over-the-top terrified. I mean, the Terminator was an indestructible machine, whereas Michael Myers, based on this movie and the classic, those are the only movies that I've seen, he was merely a human being. So I didn't get why everyone was so scared of him. Like, dude, shoot the guy. Anyways, if you have an opinion on this, let me know what you think about it in the comments below or any other remarks you might have. And as always, you can always follow me on social media at EskimoTV. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to like this video and subscribe for more icy and chilly EskimoTV reviews.